Hello supporters, this is Travis Horsley giving my April update. It's April 26, 2011, and I'm calling in from Santiago, Chile at Oasis Campus Ministry. I'm part of Global Scope, which is a part of Christian Missionary Fellowships International based out of Indianapolis. I'm just giving a video update to let my support raisers, my prayer supporters, as well as anybody else that wants to watch this video know what's happening at Oasis. Since the last month, we've had 2 baptisms, which is a big blessing. One was my roommate, Matthias, and the other was Maximiliano, a close friend of mine who's actually from California, but has been living down here in Santiago for about 5 months now, I think. So it was really beautiful to have 2 baptisms. Sort of strikes at the heart of what our ministry is all about. We have been continuing with our men's and women's ministries, holding weekly events like Almorzacho, which is our weekly lunch event, Almorica, which is our weekly lunch event for women, Almorzacho is for men. Every week we've been doing Donce. I got to give my first sermon over the 12 apostles and their calling, and it was really beautiful to talk about their obedience as disciples of Christ and how we need to be obedient within our own calling. Specifically to the students here in Santiago, Chile, I was talking about their majors, their careers, and how they can have a purpose-driven focus when they are looking at their own calling in life. So sometimes folks are apathetic about what their calling is, and it's always good to look towards Christ in moments like that. So I got to give my first sermon. It was really, really wonderful, and I appreciate some of my supporters that sent me some information to help. In addition, we were holding our Tertulia event, which is our main Thursday night Bible study, usually attended by around 80-85 students. It was really great. This season we had, it was called Back to the Future, where we talked about Christ and God's impact in our lives in the past. How can we view the past, and what does that mean to a Christian? How can we view the present, and how can we view the future? So it was a little joke we sort of added into it by incorporating the Back to the Future theme. What was really interesting about it, though, is we were able to share and video our Tertulia, our main sermon every week, and share it with 2 of the other Spanish-speaking Global Scopes. For many of you that know Global Scope, you realize that there is a Oasis, pretty much, in Puebla, Mexico, which is south of El Distrito Federal, which is the city of Mexico City. About 100 kilometers south of Mexico City, there's another Oasis called El Pozo. And in Salamanca, Spain, in Europe, there is En Vivo. And so each one of us were able to film our own sermon and video that, and email that to the other 3 Spanish-speaking Global Scopes. So it's really cool to be able to see theirs here in Santiago, but also know that with the intention that they are seeing ours in the other 2 Spanish-speaking Global Scopes. So it sort of shows the way that technology is affecting ministry. Like, you can go to a mega church in the U.S. and see a live streamed broadcast of Andy Stanley. In the same way, technology is affecting a ministry as small as ours, 80 to 100 students per week. So it's really special to see how 21st century ministry is changing the way evangelism is happening. What else? We went to Iloca for a 3-day weekend to construct homes that were destroyed by the tsunami. For those of you that remember, about a year and 3 months ago, there was a big earthquake that happened near Concepcion, Chile, and this actually happened out in the ocean in the Pacific, causing tidal waves to engulf a lot of the coast. And I mean, it's just one of the problems we deal with in our society when we construct homes that are on the coast. They face the risk of destruction, and a lot of homes in Iloka were brutally devastated. But it was awesome to share Christ's love in an area like Iloka. Specifically with my project, we were putting borders on the outside of a house that was already constructed just to keep it warm and block wind that's sometimes heavy in the area. But while we were constructing this one house, my roommate started screaming, "Fuego, fuego, fuego, fire, fire, fire." And I was like, "What's happening?" And we walked down the road and realized the house that was 2 homes down from us was engulfed in flames. So while we were constructing and showing Christ's love in one way, a house 2 homes down the road was catching on fire. The way the fire service works here in Chile is it's 100% volunteer. So that means if you call the fire service, it's going to take a little bit longer than we would expect in the U.S., for those that are watching from the U.S. Likewise, in Iloka, there's a lack of much internet connectivity or phone connectivity, pretty much any type of digital device connectivity. So while we were trying to call the bomberos, the firefighters, it was just sort of heart-aching, heart-wrenching to see a house caught up in flames. Much of us took up arms and realized, hey, there's a sea right there, and hey, there's plenty of water. So we started taking any bucket we could and tossing it on the house. Luckily, it was only one house that burnt. There was concrete borders in between that house and the houses to the left and right. Without that, it would have probably been about 4 or 5 houses caught on fire. So, for lack of more time to speak about the house, La Iglesia Iberoamericana, which is the church that I frequent sometimes in Maipú, which is near Santiago Central. They are donating money to build a Media Aqua, which is a walls and a roof, pretty much. It's about a $400 house. So they're helping construct that, and they're going to be raising money to construct a cabin out in front of that. But in the meantime, it was really awesome to see the resilience of the Ilocan people, to be able to know that their house burnt down one day, but to already be constructing the base of a new house the next day. So not only Chile, but some of the folks that are in the toughest positions in Chile are very resilient. So it was really awesome to see that resilience that was coming forth in that community. What else have we done? We have still been going along with our tertulias. We are coming up next week. We're doing a missions breakout to show the students here at Oasis how they can have an impact not only in Santiago, Chile, but in Chile in general. In South America, immediate short-term mission trips that some students can take, and also exposing some of the areas that students can get involved in global scope around the world via exchange student programs or internships based in other countries. Likewise, I've been enjoying some free time. This past weekend was Semana Santa, Easter weekend. I got to go to Argentina, and it was really enjoyable. Bought this nice leather jacket there. So I'm still having a lot of fun, not only within the ministry, but enjoying my free time that comes around every now and then. And it's just really awesome to be able to understand the culture and realize how it changes in a different country that's right next door. Argentina is totally a different culture than the Chilean culture, even though they're only separated by one mountain range. So that was really awesome to see. In terms of prayer requests, I just ask that you be praying for my discipleship group. We are growing, and in a lot of ways we usually have around 7 students every week, which is this discipleship group, for those of you who don't know, it's a more intimate way to have a Bible study.
It's 11 o'clock.
My computer says it's 11 o'clock. So anyways, discipleship group is a more intimate way to have a Bible study, and that we are focusing right now on community, and how Christ talks about community, not only in the New Testament, but looking at the ways that God shared divine words about community in the Old Testament as well. So that's been an awesome way to share with the students. We're about to switch over to a new topic, which will be service. So pray that we can be prudent in the words that we choose to share with the students. Some events outside of Oasis that I'm planning for the students in the following weeks. This Thursday we're going to have a salsa dance night, which will be a local salsateca, which is like a local salsa dance venue. Likewise, this Friday, I will be going to the Facultad de Medicina, the Faculty of Medicine, or the medical school, of La Universidad de Chile, the University of Chile. So I'm going to the University of Chile School of Medicine this Friday to meet with some students that are here in Oasis, but also attend that school. They're going to invite their friends to have lunch as well. So just pray that this focus on outreach can bring students into our community, but also for those that don't know Christ, it'll bring them into their kingdom eventually. And that's one of the main priorities that we have here at Oasis. Likewise, this weekend, we have Retiracho, which is a men's retreat, and Retirica, which is a women's retreat. So we're going to be doing a retreat for the guys. We're still planning on it, so just pray that we're prudent in our planning. Next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, I'm trying to plan a short trip to El Cajón de Maipo, which is a mountainous area to the southeast of Santiago. We're going to go camping on a Saturday night, is what I'm planning. Wake up on Sunday morning and have sort of like a El Oasis en las montañas, an El Oasis in the mountains. Sort of like a sunrise church service, more or less. And found out that my intern friends who are over the discipleship group for prayer are wanting to do the same thing. So it's pretty cool that hopefully we'll be able to plan something together to share God's Word, but also just enjoy the Mother Nature that Chile has to offer. Other than that, pray for our team as we're going through some transitions. We have Greg Class on board now, which is was an intern last year, and now he's full-time staff for this year. And Brett Folks, who will be joining us in August. Again, I appreciate your prayers. Feel free to contact me at trhorsley@gatech.edu. Again, that's trhorsley@gatech.edu. You can also contact me by Facebook. My Twitter is Travis Horsley, and I look forward to talking to you in the near future. Thanks. Have a good day.